So we had a lot of great points raised. It's going to be hard to address all of them, but fortunately we have an amazing speaker coming up next. And I believe, was it Jean? I believe Jean was mentioning something around traditional healers. And how do we look at thousands of our years past and seeing how those kind of traditions can continue. And that was sort of a theme as well around Western packaging of our medicine and healing. I'm sure it's in many people's heads. So I do have the fortunate honor to invite Lyren Chiu. Dr. Chiu is a registered nurse and a founder and the president of the Canadian Research Institute of Spirituality and Healing. It has about 1,000 members worldwide. And for Lyren and Dr. Chiu, she's been doing 25 years of work both in mental health and in spirituality. Dr. Chiu's philosophy is to combine both conventional and alternative methods to improve the quality of life of the people she works with through the application of her education, research, and experience. Dr. Chiu, if you feel like you can come up here or you can speak there.
It's okay, I can sit down.
Perfect.
Hi, good evening. I have been a researcher and a holistic care practitioner for 25 years. Spirituality is very important for me. I believe it's important for you too. And before I came here, I grew up in Taiwan, and I was assigned to develop a project called Spirituality to help 500 nurses to attend to their clients' spirituality. You know, spirituality actually is a Western concept. It's not a Chinese concept. So from research and education process, we learn actually for Chinese, spirituality is harmony. It's a harmony with yourself. It's a harmony with others. And it's harmony with the universe or the nature. Spirituality is an evolving process. Spirituality is living in the world while transcending the world. So Chinese doesn't just live in about, they actually live in this world. So I brought this kind of understanding to join UBC faculty in 1999. I also further developed my interest in alternative healing when I pursued my postdoctoral training at Harvard University. However, I realized all the program research and practice in here, Vancouver. So in 2003, when I know you all know about Zhuji Institute. Zhuji Institute closed in 2003. So at that time, I decided we still need something to hold this concept. So I decided to initiate a research network at UBC to encourage research and education in spirituality and healing. At that time, just within 3 days, 60 professors, researchers, and students participate in this initiative. A lot of people don't believe UBC professors are interested in spirituality. It's not true. Actually, they're very interested. Just there's no funding. So we started to hold monthly seminar to talk about spirituality and healing. Until 2006, UBC helped us to organize an international conference, invited more than 10 most well-known researchers in this area. And so we started an institute called Canadian Research Institute of Spirituality and Healing. In 2007 and 2008, CRISH is an abbreviation of Canadian Research Institute of Spirituality and Healing. Initiate a few public forums because we want to have an influence in this community. We discuss how we can make integrated healthcare a reality. It's not just Western medicine. We can also invite different healing methods and concepts into the community. So we have a couple of public forums, and we decide working together is very important. So we are thinking we might want to create a society called Beautiful Minds, because we all have so many resources and potential. And if we can put those resources together, something happened like Japan, we might be able to go and help them. So that is an idea, but in reality, you still need to go through all the problems. Some people just mention sustainability, all kind of stuff. So we are still in a trial project right now. but we already invited Chinese medicine, acupuncture, counseling, Chinese massage into mainstream neighborhoods right now. And you can see this kind of center from downtown Vancouver to Richmond, everywhere. If you have a chance, you go walk around, you will see this kind of center everywhere right now in Vancouver and Richmond. So this is something happens in the past few years. Another thing is we work very closely with traditional Chinese medicine, especially during 2008 and 2009. And we invited scholars, practitioners from China, Taiwan, and diaspora from the North America to discuss global traditional integrated medicine. And in 2008, right after Bill C-51 was defeated. And this symposium led to a formation of the Federation of TCM Colleges of Canada, which emphasized education standards. In 2009, Federation started to explore the opportunity to collaborate with Simon Fraser University to develop a university-based program. So this is another impact that comes from this organization. And in 2008, federal government introduced Bill C-51 to govern natural health products. Bill C-51 requires Chinese medicine to live up to drug standards. And Bill C-51, this requirement is inappropriate for holistic comprehensive medicine, such like Chinese medicine. According to Bill C-51, safety is determined by benefits that outweigh risk, and benefits are determined by efficacy. And efficacy is determined by clinical trial. And this is not a very appropriate measure for Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine and Western medicine have fundamental differences in their philosophy and conceptual basis, and both medicine need to use their own method to prove safety. And Bill C-51 forced Chinese diaspora and TCM practitioners across Canada to unite with local communities to engage in dialogues about their cultural values and the importance of their health. I'm not a TCM practitioner. This have nothing to do with my interest. My only interest is for the Chinese diasporas. And I was the founder of this coalition. And this bill was defeated in 2008. And Chinese medicine is popular in BC right now because more and more Chinese are living in here, and also Chinese people transmit Chinese medicine knowledge across borders. And BC has already passed legislation in 2001 to regulate Chinese medicine and acupuncture. And in 1991, only 236 people practiced Chinese medicine. And right now, especially in 2003, 933 people already registered as an acupuncturist. And right now, almost 2,000 registered acupuncturists practice in BC. And also, acupuncture is included in a medical service plan premium assistance program. So you can see the change and how they impact, and more and more people are interested in exploring the opportunity to find alternative medicine to deal with their all kind of problems. And that is my report here today.